Hey everybody, welcome in to our Magic Flight 420 sessions. I'm Hobbit, and this is Melissa.
Hi.
Standing in today for
Getting
Jenny
there.
Marie, who's out. And each week, after we're done with the work, we like to come and socialize and enjoy some herbal refreshments each week.
Refreshments.
We're all about the herbal refreshments.
Delightful.
Indeed. So we invite you to join in with us. It certainly makes it a lot more fun if you do, but we won't judge you if you don't. All right, well, let's see what's going on in the cannabis world. Big news coming out of the U.S. Senate leadership has introduced legislation. Oh, that's a tough one. Legislation. I'm going to have you read that one because I can't say it correctly. To end federal marijuana prohibition.
Wow.
So, we'll have to see what happens with it, but it's definitely a huge step, as you all know, it's been, prohibited for many, many, many years, I think since the 1920s even. It goes way back. So this could be a massive change for people. To end the threat of federal prosecution. So, I mean, definitely a real step forward, it would be really great.
Huge.
Yeah, it would be. Big supporters if that could happen. It also will eliminate a lot of the financing issues because, processing payments and stuff, because the federal illegality creates all sorts of headaches, even in states that have medical or even recreational.
Oh, wow.
So definitely could be some progress going forward. So let's keep an eye on that and hope for some movement there.
Absolutely.
Also, there's a new study showing that patients with a history of cannabis use are less likely to have medical complications following spinal fusion surgery.
Wow.
So apparently just by, using cannabis, I'm assuming that's compared to people that are using medications and, all the side effects of the pharmaceutical industry. So
Definitely.
yeah, but they showed that those with the history of cannabis use had reduced odds within the 90 days after surgery of having any kind of side effects and medical complications. Yeah,
so many benefits.
Yeah, it's amazing. Also, for a new poll came out showing that the majority of Americans now are in favor of national legalization. So that's a serious step up. In fact, only 20% of people feel that it should be illegal on a national level. So somebody peed in their Cheerios, obviously, but the rest of us, are moving forward. Another 20% of people felt that states should regulate use, but it was 45% that felt on a national level it should be totally legal. So if you add that 45% plus the states, you're up to 2/3. So that's the first time that 2/3 of the population understood that we could be moving and evolving in a positive direction. So
fantastic.
that would be cool too, right? Also, marijuana reform advocates in multiple states have turned in signatures for 2022 initiatives to legalize. Those states are Arkansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, which and North Dakota. So they're all putting legalization proposals on the ballot. So some good state progress happening as well.
That's big news.
Yeah, that is really big. There's currently 19 states where it's legal for recreational purposes, and 37 states now have medical. So it's it's come a long way. I remember it's just seems just a few years ago, Colorado and Washington broke through, and we're like, wow, so a lot of progress has been made in a short time. And speaking of marijuana, we feel that our device is the absolute best way to ingest.
It is.
It's
by far
very clean with a stainless steel screen, heating up your cannabis so that you're not inhaling any byproducts, no heavy metals leaking, from heating coils and so on.
The box is solid wood with pure stainless steel only. No solder, no heavy metal, just as you said. It's the purest way that I know to enjoy cannabis.
It's nice to have that peace of mind that you're just getting the cannabis and no surprise little additives, so that's very nice.
Chemicals.
Absolutely. And, featuring our finishing grinder, which takes your herb and grinds it into an incredibly fine grind, almost similar to what you'd have if you used an electric coffee grinder. It gets it really, really small, and those small particles enable super efficient vaporization. So
And it fits right on top of the
right on
box.
top and empties right in. So I mean, how cool is that? You know, it's so perfect. You know,
No spillage, no mess.
exactly. And tastes delicious.
It's delicious.
All right. And now we're going to see what else is going on in the wide world out there. This is an interesting story I came across today, that a single dose of psilocybin, that's the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, has long-lasting antidepressant effects on fruit flies.
I didn't know fruit flies were depressed.
I don't know how they how they established a base level for the mood of fruit flies, but apparently science is capable of doing this.
Sad fruit flies versus happy fruit flies.
Yeah, we're all for happy fruit flies. Why not, right? All right, here's an interesting one. In Vermont, a Vermont family chicken. That's a normal pet if you live in Vermont. Around here, we have cats and dogs, but in Vermont, they have chickens as
Really?
pets. Yep.
Wow.
Apparently, one of the chicken hitched a ride in the undercarriage of their pickup truck, went 15 miles away, and they apparently got to their destination, and I guess the chicken came off, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" So apparently chickens hitchhike in Vermont, and
That is crazy.
said the pickup truck was going 65 miles an hour on the freeway, and so I guess it held on real tight with its talons and just.
I would too.
Whew, so happy ending there. No, we don't like to see fowl get injured in any way, shape, or form. So anyway, down in Key West, they had an underwater music festival. So
Underwater?
so literally everyone dove down to the bottom with their scuba hookups and chilling on the bottom. It's not very deep there, and these boats had waterproof speakers, and they would blast the music.
Waterproof speakers?
Yeah, so they're chilling down there on the bottom of the ocean with music coming through from the boats,
I've never heard of anything
right?
like that.
Yeah, what a unique way to do a music festival. They said they played songs like Yellow Submarine and The Little Mermaid, so
I want to go.
that does sound like a fun thing. So they're keeping it original in Florida. They definitely know how to enjoy in unique ways that you don't necessarily see in other places. So that's kind of cool, right? Also, moving up the 95 all the way to New York, out of Attica, a New York man and woman face fines of $500 each after they took a raccoon to a pet store to try to find some food for the raccoon.
Why would you take your raccoon to a pet store?
So many questions. I mean, where did they get the raccoon?
Yes.
I mean, was it domesticated? And why are you bringing it into the store? Can't you just walk in and say, "Hey, I've got a raccoon. We need to get some food for it"? Seems like you're causing all sorts of trouble by taking the raccoon out with you. I mean, who does that? So anyway, if you have a pet raccoon, you just keep it at home when you're out securing its food supplies. No need to bring it to your local pet store.
Raccoons aren't pets, they're wild animals.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with squirrels. You see them run around, they look cute, you want to take one home, but they're wild animals. Just let them be, let them be. We don't have to domesticate everything, right? Well, that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to join us back next week for another Magic Flight 420. And we thank you for joining us, and have a lovely weekend.
Choose love and enjoy your flight.
That's right. See you guys.
Bye.